It started like any other Tuesday. The sun was out, baby Noah had just come from a checkup, and I finally felt like I could breathe again just for a minute. I was driving the speed limit, windows cracked for the breeze, when those red and blue lights lit up behind me. I didn't panic, not right away. I did what I've been taught since I was 16, pull over, hands on the wheel, no sudden moves. But the second I saw the look in the officer's eyes, I knew this wasn't about a traffic violation. Two of them stepped out. One older, built like a linebacker with a permanent scowl on his face. The other younger, nervous energy in his fingers. The older one barked asterisk license and registration. Asterisk, I said asterisk. Of course, officer. My registration's in the glove compartment. I'm reaching for it now. Asterisk. Slow, calm, controlled. He didn't respond, just stared. Meanwhile, the younger one circled around and flashed his light straight into Noah's face. My baby started crying, wheezing, terrified. And that's when the comments began. Asterisk, nice car for a single mom. Asterisk, asterisk, welfare must be real generous these days. Asterisk, asterisk, hope the baby don't grow up like his daddy. Oh wait, does he even have one asterisk? Now listen, I've faced microaggressions before. I've been a public defender. I've sat across from smug officers in courtrooms who thought they could intimidate people into silence. But nothing prepared me for this moment, being on the side of the road pinned by their assumptions, my child screaming behind me, and me unable to do a thing without risking both our lives. They pulled me out of the car. They spread me against the trunk. They claimed they smelled alcohol. I said asterisk. That's a lie. I just came from my son's pediatrician. Asterisk, the sergeant leaned in, whispered asterisk. If I say you're impaired, you're impaired. Who you think they'll believe? Two decorated officers or some mouthy woman? Asterisk, my hands were shaking, but my voice stayed calm. Asterisk, I want your supervisor, now. Asterisk, lady. He smirked. You don't get to make demands. You play nice, we let you feed your kid tonight. Asterisk, and then it came asterisk. Let's take her around back. Don't want the baby watching mommy get rowdy. Asterisk, that was the moment something broke inside me. Not fear, not even anger. Clarity. I said loud enough for passing cars to hear asterisk. I am Maya Jennings. I am the elected state's attorney for this county, and you are unlawfully detaining me. Asterisk. The air went still. He actually asterisk stumbled. Asterisk backward. The younger one's face went sheet white. Just like that, their bravado cracked wide open. They muttered something about routine safety checks, tossed my license back, and scurried off like roaches in daylight. But I wasn't done. Not even close. I drove straight home, still shaking. Noah fell asleep in the back, exhausted from crying. I laid him down, then opened my laptop and documented every second, voice memos, photos of the red marks on my wrists, a timeline. I called internal affairs. I called the chief. I filed for emergency preservation of their body cam footage and requested traffic camera video. I even got my car inspected. Every light was working perfectly. And just when I thought it couldn't get more twisted, CPS knocked on my door. Someone had anonymously reported that I was hysterical and possibly intoxicated during the stop with an infant in the car. That same afternoon, you'd think I'd explode. But no, I made coffee, I invited them in, I showed them Noah's spotless nursery, his clean bottles, his checkup receipt from 2 hours before. Then I pulled out my phone and said asterisk. Would you like to see the evidence I've gathered? Asterisk. Their tone changed real quick. But that wasn't the end either. Next day at the mechanics, they found something shoved under my driver's seat, small plastic bag with white powder. Drugs. Planted. You ever feel like you're living in a movie, except the villains are real and no one's yelling asterisk, cut asterisk? Luckily, I had Jerry, my lead investigator, and Dev, a digital forensics genius. Together, we built a case so airtight the department couldn't breathe. We found deep fake videos circulating online showing asterisk me, Asterisk screaming at the cops, threatening to destroy their careers, completely fabricated. The voice wasn't mine. The shadows didn't match. The timestamps were off. They even leaked my postpartum therapy records. They weren't trying to win a case, they were trying to break a mother. But we didn't flinch. Instead, we filed motions. We subpoenaed footage. We organized data. We mapped every traffic stop Daly and his unit, made dozens, no hundreds, disproportionately targeting black drivers in low-income neighborhoods. And then something beautiful happened. The community showed up. They formed what we called the Witness Vigil. Grandmothers in yellow vests sat on lawn chairs at major intersections filming every stop. Quiet, peaceful, present. And guess what? In 1 week, traffic stops in our neighborhoods dropped 60%. Even the news couldn't ignore it. Eventually in court, Officer Mercer cracked. He testified. He admitted the drugs were planted. He turned over his original body cam footage. He exposed Daly's quota board, a literal tally sheet, tracking how many black drivers they'd pulled over. When the judge heard that audio, Daly saying asterisk, make her choose baby, or cuffs asterisk, you could hear the room freeze. And when the indictments came down, they weren't just for Daly. The union president got charged. The police chief resigned. Just dropped the case with prejudice. But the best part, that quiet morning at the farmer's market months later, pushing Noah's stroller past stands where people greeted me like family. Mrs. Chen gave us free peaches. A vendor showed me the newspaper asterisk, Noah's Law passes police quotas, banned civilian oversight board established. Asterisk. We fought, not with rage, not with revenge. We fought with the truth. We fought with receipts. We fought with lawn chairs and clipboards and brave elders who refused to be silent. And we won. But here's the thing, how many other mothers didn't have the title I had? The resources, the voice. How many of them are still being pulled over right now, being asked if their baby, even asterisk, has asterisk a daddy? So I want to hear from you. Have you ever been profiled, harassed, silenced? Have you ever watched someone get humiliated and felt powerless? Drop your story in the comments. Let people know they're not alone. Because if there's one thing that's taught me, it's that when truth stands up, even power has to sit down. It started like any other Tuesday. The sun was out, baby Noah had just come from a checkup, and I finally felt like I could breathe again just for a minute. I was driving the speed limit, windows cracked for the breeze, when those red and blue lights lit up behind me. I didn't panic, not right away. I did what I've been taught since I was 16, pull over, hands on the wheel, no sudden moves. But the second I saw the look in the officer's eyes, I knew this wasn't about a traffic violation.